So let's get right into the combo. We're going to activate Golgonda. Golgonda is going to discard any name. If you don't have access to Bronga, you send Bronga here. If you do, you just send Rocky. And now Rocky is going to attach. And we're not going to attach the Bronga, so we're going to play our Nibiru. Overlay into Sargas. And now Sargas is going to activate to grab us Tally. And now Tally can activate to detach 2. And now we're just going to grab Kit and then special summon 2. 1 from hand, 1 from grave. So we're going to special the Rocky into Kit. Now we can activate Kit to grab us High Spirits. And that's going to bottom a card. It can be any card. Now we're just going to overlay into Rafflesia. That way we don't get Nibiru'd. And now we're going to activate Bronga. It's going to banish his Merrymaker and cycle through Watch. Watch is going to grab us Brothers and then send Rocky. And that's going to allow us to discard this Brothers with this High Spirits. And that's going to bring back the Rocky. So we're going to High Spirits, discard the Brothers. Send Iron Dash. Grab Kit. Brothers is going to triggers to bring back the Rocky. Rocky is going to then activate to grab back the Brothers. Kit's going to be able to special summon herself. And now we overlay into Banshee. Banshee is going to be able to grab us the new Pyro, which is going to be Centurion Trudea. We're going to be able to normal summon Trudea. And then we're going to grab Primera. And now Primera is going to be able to special summon to then grab the Centurion field spell. And now we can access the Armored Engine thanks to Flame Banshee by just overlaying on top of it. Grab the Armored Trap. And now we can activate Sargas to bounce the field spell. This way we don't lose to it when we activate the Centurion field spell. And now we can set one, go to the end phase. Iron Dash is going to special summon Sargas. And now we just pass our turn on this. This is going to be a pop and a bounce. Another pop. This is going to be a pop and a draw. And this is going to be a quick effect to attach any monster to this card. And then this is going to be a negate and deal 2 stacks from hand or graveyard. So this is 5 disruptions plus a draw 1, which can be any hand trap. So it can be up to 6 disruptions depending on what you draw. As you can see, you just increase the level by 4. That's going to trigger the standout. And now we can just overlay Synchro into Legatia. That's going to draw us a card. That can be a hand trap. And now we can proceed to end phase if we, opponent can't play through that. They don't clear the Legatia. Now we can activate it to grab Primera or Trudea. It doesn't really matter. And now during our turn, we have a free level 4 extender in the form of Primera. And what's even better, if we for some reason detach from the Xyz, we can actually use Sargas here, bounce this Synchro, and now we can reuse it using the Sargas, and we can draw another card. And then if they have a monster still left, we can pop that too. And we can just basically keep looping the Synchro monster, which is why this engine is so good. It's also has some other applications which I will show right now. What I also really like about this engine is that it improves your lower ceiling combos like Golgonda plus Booty. Normally you wouldn't be able to access your Revolution Synchron because you need 2 machines, and with Booty you cycle through Kit, which is not a machine, so you can't make Revolution Synchron. But unlike that, Banshee is generic, so you can use Kit, which is why I really like about this engine. So we can use Golgonda, discard Booty, and now we're going to go through the standard Booty plus Golgonda anti-Nibiru line. So we're going to go send Kit, go into Champion Sargas, and now we're going to grab Watch. And now Watch is going to gonna add us Bronga, and it's gonna send Brothers, which is gonna bring back this Kit. And now Kit can grab us High Spirits, which is then gonna allow us to discard this Bronga. And now we discard Bronga, send Iron Dash, and grab Kit. Kit's gonna be able to special summon herself, which is then gonna grab Fleesia. And now we are Nibiru proof. Now we detach 2 with Tally. And now we can access our Centurion engine. Since now we grab Rocky. You have to detach 2. It's not like previously where I could detach 1, retain a material on this champion Sargas. So now we're going to go into the Pyro rank 4, Banshee. We're going to grab Trudea. And now Trudea can grab us Primera. So now we go into the Spell Trap Zone, Primera specials, grab Stand Up Centurion. And now we go into our Armored engine, which is really cool. Can grab us a trap. And now we just bounce the field spell, so we have follow up. And it's basically the same combo, but you don't get the follow up with Brothers in hand, which kind of sucks. But it's still a ton of disruptions, and it's just 5 disruptions. And it's going to give you the follow up in the Synchro 12, the draw, and you're still going to have all those names in the graveyard and that level 4 extender. Now those combos were great and all, but how does the deck play through Ash now? So you can only do this combo with Bronga and Kit. So if you discard Bronga, you would send Kit off Merrymaker. If you discard Kit, you send Bronga off Merrymaker, and you can do this combo through Ash. So it might be optimal to send Kit instead of Rocky if you aren't playing around Bestials, I guess. But this combo can be done through Ash, but only with these 2. You can still end on a good amount of disruptions if you discard Rocky, but you won't be able to access your Centurion engine through Ash. So let me show you how it works. So we're gonna activate Golganda. Golganda's gonna discard Kit, and now it's gonna send Merrymaker. Merrymaker's gonna be able to send us Bronga from the deck to the graveyard. Only attach 1. And now we can go champion Sargas. And Sargas is going to grab Tally. Now they can Ash here, but if we hard open Tally, it's a very hard punish for the opponent. So it's very weird if they Ash champion Sargas, since it can be better since you won't get the Bronga in the graveyard. But we're not going to Ash here because we're just going to... People usually Ash Tally. So we're going to go Tally, detach 2, and now we're going to Ash this. So now we only have Bronga in the graveyard. I'm going to banish Merrymaker. And now we're going to cycle through Watch. Watch is going to be able to send us Brothers here. And it's also going to grab Bronga. So now we send Brothers. And now Brothers bring back Kit. Kit is going to grab his High Spirits and bottom a card. And now we can discard this Bronga, send the Iron Dash, and now we grab Kit. Kit's going to be able to special summon herself. And now we can't play around the view, so we're just going to straight go into Banshee. So now we grab Trudea. And now we can normal the Trudea. And that's going to grab us Primera. And Primera is going to be able to special summon herself to then grab the Centurion field spell. And now Banshee can access us the armored engine. And now we just grab the trap. And now we can bounce the field spell so we don't lose it. And that's going to allow us to then activate this stand-up Centurion safely. Set 1, proceed to the end phase, and grab our Sargass. So even through Ash, we ended on 1, 2, 3, and 4 disruptions, which is pretty good, I would say. Your follow-up is way worse, but with this Centurion Synchro 12, you still get rank 4 extenders, so you're probably still going to be fine. So it actually gets better from there. Primera is a 1-card rank 4, which is very important for increasing consistency, and she's going to be able to combo off all by herself. So we're just going to normal this Primera here, grab the stand-up Centurion, and at the cost of a discard, we can grab Trudea. And the field spell is also a 1-card rank 4. Trudea is not, but I'll talk about her later. And here you can increase the level by 4. Going second, you can do this and go into the Synchro 12 very early. That way you can pop and draw a card, and you also have a 3500 beat stick to beat over something. So this engine is very good going second as well. And now we're just gonna go into Merrymaker. We're gonna use Merrymaker to send Bronga here, and we don't attach. Now we just overlay into Sargass. Sargass is gonna be able to grab us Tally. And now Tally can detach too. And the nice thing about properly summoning Merrymaker is that you can overlay into the armored cards for free. And Kit is gonna be able to grab us High Spirits as well. And we can bottom a card here by bouncing this field spell that we no longer need. So we're just going to grab High Spirits. And then bottom. And now we can overlay into Armor Fortress. And that's going to be able to put a Springan card in the graveyard. And now we can banish Merrymaker and Bronga to grab a second Bronga. We can't grab Watch or Rocky or Brothers since they don't really do anything, so we're just gonna grab follow-up in the form of Bronga. High Spirits can discard Bronga and send Iron Dash. That's gonna grab us Kit, and now we can special summon the Kit. And from here you have two options. Either you can overlay these two Kit and then set this, or you can go into the rank 7 and then set this. And what that's gonna do is that it's gonna play around Dark Lure slightly, since you can, like, if you see your opponent is on, say, Unchained and they lose to Dweller, so now you can go full armored Xyz, overlaying to Dweller, or if they're like playing, say, Flandreese, then you can just overlay into Baguska, and that's gonna end their turn. So whatever rank 4 is good here, we just overlay into that. And now we have the trap in the graveyard with the rank 7, which is going to give us additional disruption. And that's all off one Primera and a discard. And don't underestimate Trudea by herself either. She might not be a 1-card rank 4, but she is a 1-card Synchro 12, which is better than passing on nothing. And she's going to give you an insane amount of follow-up, as the Synchro 12 is a very busted ass card. So we're just going to normal this Trudea. We're going to grab Primera, and Primera is going to be able to special summon herself. And now we can grab stand-up Centurion, and now we just activate stand-up Centurion, and now we just pass our turn. So now on the opponent's turn, say they have like a monster, we go Trudea, special, increase, synchro, and now that's gonna go into Legatia. Legatia is gonna pop and then draws a card. So say we can draw like a starter here or a hand trap, and now we just, if they don't clear this Legatia, we can just grab any Centurion. And now during our turn, if say this was like a level 4, we can use Trudea or Primera special, normal summon like Rocky or Brothers, overlay into Merrymaker, and now we have full combo from there. We just kill them on the crackback, and Trudea is pretty good. So here's the deck list, and there's 3 1-ofs, but realistically none of these cards are bricks, excluding the Armored Engine, which isn't even part of the Centurion engine. It's completely optional. These are not bricks, these are actually starters. Primera is a 1-card rank 4, stand-up Centurion is a 1-card rank 4, Trudea, she gives you setup for next turn, and she gives you a pop and a draw by herself. So pair it up with some non-engine and you're good. The good thing is that Primera is very flexible as well, since she can actually grab the counter trap. I don't see a reason to play the counter trap over the field spell, since most times you can only grab only one. You have to like hard open one or the other. Like if you open stand up or Primera, then you're gonna be able to grab the counter trap, I think. So most times you're not gonna find yourself grabbing the counter trap. It does synergize with Regulus a little bit, since it can actually send the equipped monster to Regulus, since it's just any monster in the spell trap zone, which would include the equipped monster to Regulus. Besides that, I only play 1 of each because they're easily searchable off the Pyro rank 4, and I want space for non-engine. I can only fit 10. You can fit possibly 11 if you cut the armored trap, and maybe if you cut Rocky or Bronga, you can fit in 12. Besides that, you can play the counter trap, which is like fine. The thing is, you either grab the counter trap or the field spell, but most times you want to grab the field spell since it's gonna give you more disruptions, even though the counter trap makes your board a little bit more resilient since it's an Omni Negate, and you won't have as easy access to Omni Negates as like say Revolution Synchron, which just directly searches one. So it's more like, I think the cons outweigh the pros with the counter trap, but you can play it if that's like one of your things that you want. It does synergize with Regulus as well, which is really funny, since equipping a monster puts it in the spell trap zone, and the Troop Centurion just sends any monster card in your spell trap zone to the graveyard, which would include the equipped monster to Regulus. And unlike Revolution Synchron, the engine is very flexible. You can play up to 3 Primera, 3 stand-up Centurion, and still have it be very consistent, with the only like real like brick in quotations would be like Trudea, and you can cut the armored. You don't have to play that. Another nice thing is that it's better going second, unlike Revolution Synchron, since it can make the Synchro 12, and Revolution Synchron does nothing going second. Another thing is that the engine can make Synchro 8s like Revolution Synchron, maybe not as effectively, but it still can do it. It gives it that nice flexibility. You can grab the Omni Negates like I said, and that gives it extra flexibility. So if you want to play the Centurion cards and still have Omni Negates, you can just grab the counter trap and it's still like fine. So I think in terms of how good it is, I think it depends on the meta, but it does compete with Revolution Synchron. It's very strong, and I can't wait for this engine